Well, the SCA has changed a lot. I'm not even clear whether it's for good or bad, but it's changing. Uh, we are not as combatant as we used to be as far as the sport of the fighting. We have more grown so much into the arts than ever before. If I look back in my history, fighting was a really big part of the SCA. And it feels like the arts have taken hold and there are more not combatants than there are combatants. I think that's a major change. It's changed how we perceive things. The whole idea that we now have master of fence, where when I first came in that wasn't even recognized. And now it is. And it's also changed that whole idea of master of fence and fencing has changed throughout the entire society. That is a major change. I also see that we have become more sensitive to mundane matters than ever before. The whole idea of harassment, the whole idea of harassments of all kinds, sexual harassments and abuse, and how we speak to each other, and the whole dynamics of social media has changed how we played this game. When I came into the SCA, all we had was Rialto, and very few people had email. But now we've gone past email to social media. That is a major change. Well, I would say to the growth of non-fighting is in proportion to the fact that there are more peerages that are made for people who are non-combatant. That is a major difference. You see less knightings society-wide than you do pelicans and laurels. And there are more high kingdom level merits than there were ever before when I first joined the SCA. Matter of fact, there's so many of them, I don't even know the names of them anymore. They've been created. I said, wow, I didn't even know that existed. But there are more high orders of merit than ever before, and that really does contribute to more non-combatant play. And maybe for that reason, it attracts more people. The major effect it has in the game is that it will attract more people who are non-combatant. It'll attract more people who are into other studies that when I first came into the SCA were mostly only Northern Europeans. That's no longer the case. And bringing in other worlds, if you will, and other countries, if you will, brings a whole new level of study of other cultures that was not really there, very tiny bit when I first joined the SCA. But now you have other cultures. The SCA has become a melting pot, very much like New York. It's become a melting pot of culture. I think it's wonderful. I actually, to be honest with you, telling on myself, if I would have come into the SCA the way it is today, over 30 years ago, I'd probably have an African name and not a Spanish-English name. That is the difference. The SCA has changed.